Learn photography in 1 minute. And in this hot minute, we're going to learn about the basics of photography. These 3 things are the most important in photography. Number 1, ISO. Number 2, aperture. And number 3, shutter speed. Point number 1, ISO. What is ISO? This is the sensitivity of your camera sensor to light. The higher the number, the more sensitive to light your camera sensor is going to be. Keep your ISO as low as possible. The higher the ISO, the more the grain and noise. Keep your ISO as low as possible. Number 2, aperture. This is the size of the opening of the lens. The hole size is the aperture. The smaller the number, the bigger the hole, the more the light comes in. And the higher the number, the smaller the hole, the less the light comes in. So the lesser the number, more light. The higher the number, less light. This is how we use aperture. The lower the f-stop, the smaller the depth of field. The higher the f-stop, the higher the depth of field. For example, when shooting a one-subject portrait, you can set your aperture to range from around 1.0 to 2 for it to give you a larger depth of field. Most landscapes are shot at f16. So, what have we learned? The higher the aperture, the larger the depth of field. The smaller the aperture, the lower the depth of field. 3, shutter speed. What is shutter speed? This is the amount of time in seconds that your shutter is open. Shutter speed controls the amount of time that your shutter is open. Shutter speed also controls motion blur. Super slow shutter speeds can be used to shoot landscapes. For example, waterfalls. When you want that cool smoke effect but it's water, you can set your shutter speed to super slow. Faster shutter speeds are mostly used in sports. For example, when you want to capture faster moving subjects, a higher shutter speed is highly recommended for you. Every time you want to take a shot, get to the scene. First things first, set your ISO. Number 2, aperture. Number 3, shutter speed. What do you do when you get a dark image? You lower the shutter speed, you lower the aperture, you increase the ISO. When you get a brighter image, you lower the ISO, increase the shutter speed, increase the aperture. If you're getting value from this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.